1, 2, 3. Please, can you indicate if you can hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me? Good morning, good afternoon. I'm so glad that you are joining this show tonight. Wherever you're joining the program from, I am glad to have you all on board. Let's have this conversation. Thank you guys for joining. I'm just going to wait for like 5 more minutes, build the audience to at least 100, and then we're going to get going. It's going to be an interesting show tonight, and please don't shy away. I want to be able to answer your questions as much as I can as it relates to STBC, its contracts, its documents, and whatever thing you want to know about STBC, I'm going to answer them, and we see how we can, work together moving forward. Again, my name is Elvis Laverty. I'm the STBC board spokesperson. I've been mandated by the board to come up here today and answer your questions. We understand that we have been very, very silent on the range of issues, and so it's just been normal that we come out and try to, put out our own part, of the story. So thank you guys again for joining. Let's build the audience and talk. Thank you guys. I'll be right back. Manifest your power. Oh. Omnipotent God, manifest your word today. Omnipotent God, manifest yourself today. Manifest your power. Manifest your power. Manifest yourself today. Omnipotent God, manifest yourself today. Manifest your power. Manifest your power. Manifest your power. Manifest your power. Omnipotent God, manifest your power today. Omnipotent God, manifest yourself today. Man. All right, okay. I know that today is weekend and we have lots of other programs. Please, whatever I am going to say here, I just want you to make your own judgment. Okay, I'm not out here today to deceive anybody or to tell lies. I'm just going to say it the way it is. You make your judgment. Okay, we are fighting for the same country. Our destination is Boya. We might disagree on policies, we might disagree on strategies, but no matter the level of our disagreement, we should never get to the point where we become totally disagreeable. So once more, my name is Elvis Laverty. You are watching this live show. It's coming right away from Canada, and I am the board member representing Canada. And so I have been mandated this morning to come and answer a few questions as it relates the current conflict of interest, internal conflict of interest that is ongoing between the IG and the SCBC board. It is very, very important that you all hear from both sides. First of all, before I start this show, I want to state categorically clear that the SCBC board is not in any way fighting the IG. We are all humans. We might have erred in our words, in our reactions to what is happening, but we are not fighting the IG, because fighting the IG is fighting the very legacy of Tasang, of Sisiku, of the four, of all our leaders, and fighting the legacy that our boys are fighting on ground zero to protect. So please, I want to state this very clear, that we are not fighting the IG. We are not fighting the IG. The board is not in any kind of war with the IG. We simply have a conflict. Why? Because as the board, we have a wide range of stakeholders that we have to manage, including the IG and including the people of Ambazonia. We might have made errors, along the line, right? But please, I want to state here that we are not in any kind of war with the IG. We are not fighting the IG. So let's just start from there. I want you guys to agree with me that we are not fighting the IG, but we have these arguments, okay? We have these arguments. We have disagreements. And so it's important to come here and clarify these things on a public platform. Why? Because the IG has taken it to a public platform, and we can only use this platform to rectify. Okay, to rectify. So once more, thank you guys for for joining the show. So let me start. I know very well that that the bottom line is all about the contracts of SCBC. I know that Ambazonians want to see the contract, and because of that, there have been a lot of stories, there have been a lot of theories, there have been a lot of perceptions, around that. But I want to state it categorically clear that we, the board, have sent the contract to the AIP. Those documents were sent to the AIP in February of 2017. He has them. We can vow on this that the AIP has these documents. Who is keeping the documents? Of course, the contract of SCBC, the original contract of SCBC has been sent. A copy is kept with the AIP, and a copy is kept by the board. And so if there's anybody on this platform who wants to individually see these documents, contact me. I am going to arrange a meeting with you, and I am going to display the documents for you to see. I am very, very serious about this. I am going to drop my WhatsApp number Okay, I would, yeah, of course, the original documents are available, and just that we cannot put it on Facebook. We won't put it, but we can show individuals who want to see them. But to put it on Facebook, the bot is not gonna do that. But if you really want to see these documents, okay, so if you want to see this document as an individual and satisfy, your quest, and satisfy, your desire to know the truth, please, I'm staying again, contact me privately. Just drop your number here. I'm going to follow up with you. I'm going to schedule a meeting, a video meeting, and these documents are going to be displayed for you to see them. I am very, very serious about this. Why am I saying this? Because, the IG and Chris Anno, especially, they're trying to use this, they have to use the bot's decision not to display the original documents of SCPC on social media, okay, to sabotage us. But what we are saying is this: as an individual, if you want to see these documents, okay, the original documents, contact us as individuals and we are going to show them. And of course, if you belong to a community, anywhere in the diaspora, you can of course send us a request to see the original copy of these documents, and you are going to see them. So that one is cleared. The document is not owned by scoopers. Please, 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 let us be reasonable. Okay, let us be reasonable and have a conversation. You might hate, you might have disagreements, right? It's very normal to have disagreements, okay, about how SCPC has been managed this far, okay, about how SCPC has managed this far. But please, let us not compound the issues. Like I'm saying again, it's very okay. This is what we are good at, okay? You can come on and insult me. Whatever you see, if I block you right now, you say that SCPC is rude. We are not rude. You cannot call anybody a dog. That is wrong. That is not civility. Okay, what I've said here is this. What I've said here, and I'll keep saying it, is that, okay, these documents are available with the IG. If the AIP keeps refusing that these documents are not available with them, then he should surrender his account, okay, to any independent investigator to look at it and then tell the Ambazonian people whether or not these documents is with the IG or not. Okay, so I hope that has been clarified. Okay, so who owns SCPC? That is a question that we've been answering this question since October of last year. I am not deceiving any viewers, Adeline, please. I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. Who owns SCPC? SCPC is owned by Ambazonians. And that's the reason why SCPC is managed by Ambazonian community. Okay? SCPC is managed by Ambazonian community, by members that have been voted and sent to the board from Ambazonian community. So SCPC is a community-owned organization. SCPC is not owned by any one individual. On the SCPC board, we have over 16 members from 16 different recognized Ambazonian communities in the diaspora. These are the people who make decisions for SCPC. So SCPC is owned by Ambazonians. By virtue of the fact that the bills are paid by Ambazonians, so Ambazonians own SCPC. But one thing, okay, one thing we must state very clear here is this. Like in every organization, in the process of registration, that organization is represented by individuals. That's one thing we must all agree on this, okay? So SCPC, like I've said again, is owned by Ambazonians, and that is the reason why, That's the reason why on the SCBC board, okay, we have Ambazonians there who are representing their community. For example, I am representing Canada, right? For example, and we have several other individuals who are, who are representing their various communities. I would like to see the contract. So why is AP saying that they have not? Okay, now, so yeah, so Marcellus, contact me after this. I am going to show you the contract. Okay, I am going to show you the contract. So let this be very clear that SCBC is not owned by any private individual. Please, you have the choice to believe me or not. Okay, you have the choice to believe me or not. So I mean, the choice is yours, but I want to make this very clear and to set the record straight. SCBC is not owned by any individuals. SCBC is owned and managed, run and managed by Ambazonia, by Ambazonia elected representatives, whose name is on the document. Of course, those are private information. I cannot come on air and start disclosing whose names are on that document. If you want to see them again, make an individual effort and you go to see that. So who has a question again? What about your so-called army on ground zero? My brother, listen, okay? If you have any evidence, we don't have any army on ground zero. See, this is ridiculous, okay? Honestly speaking, this is totally ridiculous. This is blackmail and sabotage the highest order. If you have any proof, honestly speaking, if you have any proof that we have any kind of army on ground zero, bring it out. Because he who accuses has the burden to prove the case. If you have any proof, that we have any kind of army, Chris Ando comes out and and just say whatever he wants to say. Let him bring the proofs and show Ambazonians that this is an army that is owned by these people. All this is just lies, to make us look bad because we have a disagreement. Okay, so I have answered that question. I listened to an audio. Okay, where is that one? I'm trying to. Sorry, Milan Lamboy. We know one. All right, no problem. Why is SCBC trying to criticize the IG by saying the IG is weak? Well, SCBC, I'm not too sure about that. I will have to follow up, but we have never said that the IG is weak. The IG is our IG, is our interim, government, and it is our place. It's our place to help the interim, government, work better to serve the people of Ambazonia. We might disagree in the approach, but I don't think that it's right for us to criticize that the IG is weak. So we haven't done that because we have never officially criticized the IG that they are weak. So yes, Jenny, I am very serious about this. I cannot come here to listen. We live in a tech age. Everything can be proven now, with the use of technology, right? So those documents have been sent to the AIP. Let the AIP come out and deny that he did not receive these documents. And then we're going to launch an investigation to prove that these documents were received by the IG. Okay, by the AIP. It was received by Dr. Sako. We have the email trace. Okay, we have the email trace. So that is that. In the case of SCBC, who represented Amazonia in the contract of signing? Okay, again, Abakwa, please, you can follow up with me privately after this, and I am going to show you the contracts. You're going to see everything. We're not hiding anything, okay? But I will not mention that here. I will not. Is Milan's name on the contract? Yes or no? No. Okay. You know, this is so tempting. I feel like I should just display the document here so you guys can see. But you know, I'm constrained, right? So Milan's name is not on any SCBC document. I can swear with my life on that. You know, I can swear with my life. I swear with my life on that one. That Milan's name is not on any SCBC document. All right. So all right. I don't know anything about any army. So my question is, why don't you talk about the behind the scene? Please talk with AIP at length. Listen, see, you know, we like, you will attest that, you know, the board, the SCBC board has really come out to clarify issues. We have never really come out to clarify issues or make this kind of videos to talk to Ambazonians. No, it is not in the habit. It is not in the habit, you know, of the board to come out and talk issues like this. If you see us coming out, it's just because the IG has put up an argument to the public, and so it's just been normal for us to come to that same public, you know, and rectify these issues. We've had several consultative meetings with you know, with the IG on this matter, and they don't come to compromise, okay? And you know, they decided to, you know, do what they have to do. Okay. Well, Mr. Siko, you guys in SCBC, I disgrace you fight Chris Arno. We're supposed to be your boss. Listen, okay? We haven't fought Chris Arno in any way. You don't have evidence of that. Chris Arno is a comrade that we respect, and we consult him in everything that we want to do and get his feedback. We might have disagreements, but that is not disrespect. Listen, what we are fighting here, and let me state this very clear, okay? You might not agree with me right now on what we are saying and on what the board is defending. We are defending free press, okay? We are defending free press, whether you like it or not. During the fourth conclave in Nigeria, in the times of Sisiku, okay, as the chairman of the governing council, and in the times, you know, of Tatang Wilfred as the secretary general of the governing council, during the fourth conclave, it was voted that SCBC should go autonomous and self-sustainable. Why? Because these leaders and the attendees of that conclave believed, okay, they believe so much in the value, they believe so much in the role that the free press has to play in our revolution. They believe in that, and that it was on that basis that they voted that all Ambazonian communities around the world should send in their reps to sit on the board with the task of making SCBC go self-sustainable, take off the burden of the interim government soldier, okay, and run SCBC as an autonomous organization. That was the mandate. That is the foundation upon which the board was constituted. Therefore, we are here today, you know, to protect and set the pace for freedom of expression, for free press in Ambazonia. Okay, that is what we want to do, and that is the mandate we are defending. For the IG to come up and say that they want to own SCBC 100%, let's think. Okay, we are fighting La République. We are fighting La République today because the state controls almost everything, even CRTV. Why then do we want to run from La République, who has 100% press censorship to come and then do the same thing. No, we would not do that. That is not acceptable. That doesn't happen in any democratic country. Okay, that is not democratic. We cannot allow the IG, for crying out loud, to have editorial control 100% over SABC. It is wrong. Let us reason, please. This is wrong. We have been attacked several times that, why has Mark Barter not been on SCBC? Why has Capo not been on SCBC? Why has Cho Ayaba not been on SCBC? Why have people not been on SCBC? Why? Because we had always been focusing on the IG. But, what kind of country do we want to pay? What kind of country do we want to build? Do we want to build because here, whatever we do today, we are laying the foundation for Ambazonia tomorrow. That is it. Whatever we do today is a foundation we are laying for the kind of Ambazonia we want to see tomorrow. Okay, so if we say that it is right for the IG to have 100% censorship on SCBC, then, guys, honestly speaking, let us think and think again. Okay, let us think and think again. SCBC was created to be a platform for all Ambazonians. Okay, it was created to be a platform for all Ambazonians and not just for the IG. So it's like now the board and SCBC is in some kind of a dilemma. Why? Because we lean towards the IG, and then we have the Ambazonian people, backing on our head. Why is this person not on SCBC? Why? No, and then we lean with the people of Ambazonia, and then the IG, booms on us. So let us be categorically clear here that the board of SCBC is simply participating in laying down the foundation for a free press. That is all what the board and SCBC management team are out to do. We want everybody, irrespective of their group affiliations, irrespective of their ideologies. We might differ as well, but everybody should have their fair share. Everybody should have their fair program, in as much as they come on SCBC to push the struggle ahead. So that is the mandate. That is the mandate that we are here to defend, and we will defend it to the last drop of our blood. Why? Because that is the kind of SCBC that we want to build. Okay, that's the kind of SCBC that we want to build tomorrow. We want to build an Ambazonia. We want to build an Ambazonia that that would be a hope for press freedom. Okay, so that said, I want to address the comment that was made during Secretary Chris Anu's presentation in the course of the week. First of all, on behalf of the board, we want to say that we are very, very sorry for that comment. Okay, we didn't have control over that. The comment was made by one of the SCBC Facebook account administrator. The comment was not made by any board member. We have investigated that. We have launched an investigation into that, and we've been able to pull out the Facebook account, but we have not been able to match a face to the Facebook account that made that comment. So, but on behalf of the board, it's never too late. It's never too late to say that we are sorry. We are sorry for that comment. That comment does not in any way represent the position of the board. I know that so many people are now hanging on that, hey, you know what, the board is now fighting. No. We are not in any way fighting the the IG, but we want to say that we are very, very sorry for that comment. Why? Because it was made, it was that comment came from the account of SCBC. Okay, and we are thoroughly investigating that, and in due course we are going to bring that, whoever did that, to just. So we are very, very sorry about that. That wasn't intentional. That did not come from SCBC as a whole. Okay, then there is this accusation also that is talking about that we intentionally disrupted Chris Arnold's show. This is a fabrication also. This is lies telling. This is just, some kind of, a plan, to sabotage and intensify the reasons for the shutdown of SCBC, right? So this is what I have to say. Yeah, okay. This is what I have to say. This is what the board has to say. Chris Arnold, Secretary Chris Arnold, was live on SCBC on Facebook. Only him had access to the live show video or end live video. Only him. Only him. Only him. Only him alone. Him alone had that option. Him alone had that privilege. Him alone had that privilege to end the show. No other person could have ended Secretary Chris live video with, it's practically impossible. Okay, it's practically impossible to have ended Secretary Chris's show. So the show was ended by him himself. Yes, Lynn Dosky, you are very, very correct. As a matter of fact, in the days ahead, starting August 1st, we have developed an editorial policy, a compliance policy that has to do with a zero tolerance for any kind of hate, for any kind of, incitement of hate or hatred or violence. So we are not going to tolerate any kind of, hatred on SCBC moving forward. Please, I want us to understand one thing. Okay, we are all humans, and we are in a revolution. None of us was born, none of us came into this thing with professional expertise on how to manage, broadcasting ethics and stuff like that. We are making errors, and we are correcting those errors as we move forward. Nobody is perfect in this revolution. So please see, we have made errors. Okay, we have made errors. That is for sure. We have made errors, and we acknowledge those errors. But to think that you can now use those errors to shut us down, I think that it's practically, is practically impossible. It's practically unacceptable. All right. Nobody was born a trained journalist. Most of the people who are managing SCBC today are not professionals. Okay, we are simply learning as we move ahead. So please, it is just left for you to give us the feedback. Help us manage it well. That's the best thing you can do. If you think that the best thing you can do is to come up here and insult us, shut down SCBC, let me tell you, you are not helping. You are not helping in any way. The best thing you can do is to come out. The best you can do is to come out and tell us how to do it right. Okay, tell us how to do it right. Tell us how to do it right. Just come and tell us how to do it right. So it's not a matter of saying bye bye to SCBC or bye bye to whatever. No. Okay. So that's that. So again, I have said earlier, okay, that listen, let us be sincere. Okay, there is a conflict of interest here between the state and one of its arms. Okay, the issue here, what is at stake here is that the IG wants 100% control. Okay, we received this document, okay, from the IG, from the cabinet, saying that they want to have 100% control over SCBC. Okay, we have a document. Listen, Kingsley, I'm not lying with you. We have the memo that was sent from the cabinet to the board that they want to have 100% control over SCBC. Now, what does that imply? That implies that that the IG will be the one to dictate who comes on SCBC and who doesn't come on SCBC. And believe me, that is the very birth of dictatorship. Okay, that is the very birth of dictatorship. That is just what it is. And so the board sat down and reflected. We had to revisit, we had to revisit the very foundation, what brought together the board. And we went back and we consulted the resolutions of the fourth conclave, okay, of the fourth conclave that voted that let a board be constituted, okay, that was going to manage SCBC and help SCBC to become what? Self-sustainable. All right? Self-sustainable. That was the mandate that SCBC had. That was a mandate that was given from the fourth conclave in the very presence of Sisiku Ayuktabe. If I'm lying, go back and consult, the resolutions of that meeting, of that conclave. All right. So the vision was to make SCBC privately, managed, not privately owned, privately managed, but owned by the state. All right. So that was it. That was just it. Okay. That was just what it was. So who owns SCBC? Again, I've said again over and over that SCBC, of course, okay, that SCBC is owned by Ambazonians, and that is the reason why SCBC bills is paid by Ambazonians. And of course, let me say this very clear, that we know very well that the burden on the IG to foot the bills when there are other priorities. There are other things that the IG should be focusing on, like homeland affairs, and a lot of other things that they should be focusing on, like our boys on the ground and those kind of stuff. We understand that the 12,500 that they pay every month, US dollars, is much. That's the first thing we understand. And so, if for any reason the IG has found it, or had discovered a cheaper source, okay, that could subsidize and bring down cost, it was a simple thing to just send a proposal to the management. Okay, say, hey, management, we've done research, we found this company is found here and there, and they're willing to supply us, satellite at maybe 5,000 US dollars a month as compared to 12,500. That is reasonable. Okay, and we're going to sit down and embrace. Why? Because we all want to minimize costs. We all want to run the TV, at the most cost-effective level. But the IG did not do that. They did not do that at all. They went ahead to instead use the contract, issue to put the board in a very tight position and make us look super bad. The truth is that whether we like it or not, and whether we shut down SCBC next month, the truth is that SCBC have served Ambazonians, irrespective of who owns it. Can we just for 1 second be appreciative? Listen, nobody is perfect in this. Nobody is perfect in a revolution. Okay? Nobody is perfect in a revolution. I know what I'm saying. I have said it here, me, Elvis, that the IG has these documents. They have it. Okay, they have it. Okay, they have it. You understand? They have it. The IG has these documents. If the AP claims that he did not receive his document, let him surrender his email to whoever he wants to, or maybe, you know, to any member of the Resolution Council to look at it and then tell the people that, listen, this is a lie. Like, you know, the SCBC is going to send this document, but would not send them. Okay, let that be authenticated. So until that is proven, we cannot send the documents again to the APY, because that's already a security compromise. We have to know. Yeah, of course, that's because people are asking the questions over and over. So I have to be respectful enough, you know, to keep reiterating, right? Uh, at the moment, SCBC is not sustainable, but bills paid completely by the IG hence have overall control. Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. You are right. The SCBC has, the bot has, the IG has always had control over SCBC, you know, until of late. So yeah, so we would pay the bills, bro. Okay, thank you. You guys are bad. You guys are bad. Anyway, it's good. The equipment's rental are paid to who? The people, and therefore, if the IG has full control over SCBC, the people has the control. Wow, of course, no. Again, that's our opinion. Like I said again, we are all humans. We are out to learn. Okay, we might have made errors in the process of managing SCBC, but in that same process, okay, in that same process, we have made success. Okay, we have made progress. So you guys are bad, of course. That's good. Where is the contract of SCBC? I've asked that question just to go rewind. What do you think isn't made sacrifice in the struggle? We are still in a struggle. Some people are asking for compensation. No, 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 no. Listen, please, 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 listen, please. About this compensation thing, I think we still have a document that we sent to the IG for adoption. Okay, when you know, when the AP announced that that SCBC was going to go private, we had a task to develop a business plan. That was a proposed business plan. Okay, that was a proposed business plan. So once we did that, we sent it to the IG for promulgation, you know, for studies, okay, and promulgation. And we equally had, you know, consultative meetings with Chris Arno and AP on SCBC business plan, which, you know, they approved and then forwarded it to the Restoration Council. Listen, everything I'm saying here can be fact checked. All right, I'm not telling lies. It can be. I'm calling names. You can reach them on phone and ask them, did you ever have meetings with SCBC board to discuss about, you know, SCBC business plan? Ask questions, guys. Don't keep you know, ask questions and then come back and tell me that I'm lying. I cannot say something here and you are telling me automatically that I am lying. Why? Because you've already taken a position. You already have a biased mind. All right? You already have a biased mind. So what I'm saying is this. We had that meeting. The AP, Dr. Sako, advised us to go and defend that business plan before the Restoration Council. I am saying what you can reach out to whoever you know on the RC, Regional Council, and ask them, did they ever have a meeting with the SCBC board where we came in to present the business plan? I know what happened. That plan, okay, was adopted. The plan was adopted. So that is the very first thing that we should know, that the business plan for SCBC to go self-sustainable was adopted first by the IG and then later on, by the Restoration Council. But all of a sudden, because we had, expanded, we had opened the door of SCBC to other frontline leaders, it became a problem. The IG was not happy with the appearance of some people on SCBC, and of course with the utterances of some people on SCBC. That we acknowledged, and that we received that as a feedback, and we were going to work on that, okay, to see how we totally eliminate any kind of hatred on SCBC. All right, but that did not resonate well with with SCBC. I mean, with the IG, okay, because it's very normal. People, whenever anybody is on air, okay, is on air on a live show, you can never control what they say. Let us be realistic. Okay, you can never control what your guest on a program says. Okay, so you can never control. You can never control what your guests on the program have to say. All right, so the whole thing, I have said what I have to say. I don't really give a damn whether you believe it or not, but let it enter the record that the board is laying the foundation for press freedom in Ambazonia. We are not going to surrender the voice of Ambazonia that was created to be a voice, that was created to be a platform where every leader, irrespective of their group, will come and talk to the people. That is just it. So that is the mandate we are defending. So whether the IG withdraws from SCBC, okay, from SCBC and stop paying the bills or not, SCBC is going to remain strong. So I am, by this note, encouraging our viewers all around the world and on ground zero that SCBC is going to come out of this difficulty. We are going to come out of this difficulty strong and even more focused. All right, we already know that the IG has plans to shut down SCBC moving forward. The IG is going to stop paying the bills, as of 1st of October. 1st of August, 2018. That is a sure thing. But I want to assure us, I want to assure our audience and our viewers all around the world that the board is working very hard. We might have some blackout. SCBC might go off air for a few days or even weeks, but we will bounce back. So just be rest assured that SCBC is on track, and we will keep defending your interests. SCBC is your television, and you have a right to come on SCBC and address the people of Ambazonia and encourage the people on ground zero to hold on and keep the fire burning. So and SCBC is not at war with the IG. No, we are not fighting the IG. Okay, we are not fighting the IG. We are not fighting the IG. Yeah, of course, moving forward, there's going to be no divisive program on SCBC. So what was SCBC? SCBC is owned by the people. I have said this over and over and over. Stop throwing blows and talk about shareholding. IG won't accept scoop. It is internal Milan's. I don't know why we keep calling Milan's name all over. The truth is that Milan doesn't even have a say on SCBC board. You know, I don't care whether you believe that or not. It is your decision. You have a right to believe what you want to believe or what you don't want to believe. They foot the bills, so you guys pay your bills and leave your. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So. Mhm. Okay. All right. So of course, yeah, you know, Mr. Vincent, and you know, like, and this, you see, this is where we have a conflict. Why? Because Amazonians wants to see their various leaders on SCBC, right? And at the same time, there is a conflict, you know, so these things are very normal. What we are seeing today is just an internal conflict, honestly speaking. The IG or Chris Arnold didn't have to come out and start sabotaging SCBC. That is, you know, that's a failure in leadership. They would have just, this issue would have been solved, you know, internally. But because they came out, we had to come out also and defend it. We know very well that the IG will stop paying the bills from 1st of August. And so, like I said again, SCBC is going to go off air for a couple of days, but we will rebound back. So I just want to encourage, you know, our people that we are on track and that our only interest, Amazonia, okay? The press is not supposed to be politically affiliated to any organization, okay? If the IG wants to have his own television, it's good. Go ahead and have their own, but we represent the people of Amazonia and we are out here to defend the legacy of the Food Conclave, the same Food Conclave that gave birth to the IG, the same Food Conclave that gave birth to the Restoration Council, the same Food Conclave that gave birth to SCBC. So that's just all what it is. I don't care. You can call us whatever you want to call us. You are entitled to your opinion. So once more, thank you guys and stay tuned to SCBC. This is your television. You own it. Anytime you want us to, you know, have you on SCBC, send us an email, and you know, we will have you on the on SCBC. SCBC will always be yours. So lest I forget, yeah, we will see. You know, Mr. Frank Smith, I don't want to address you because I don't think you are really a negative person. If you are that intelligent, you should make individual efforts to get knowledge. Don't always depend on what people say. Make efforts. Make efforts. Make efforts to get the truth. All right? Make efforts to get the truth. So, and the Scoopers, a concentration among we will not take it. Blah 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 blah. All right, guys. So, thank you so much. Stay tuned to SCBC programs. We're going to come up more often to talk to you, right? Of course, listen, when I say I don't care is because I don't care about the insult, guys. You know, I mean, I don't really want to pay attention to the insults because no matter how you insult me, okay, the truth will always be the truth. Okay, the truth will always be the truth. The IG, Mr. Ngor James, the IG has these documents, all right? The IG has these documents. Okay, why should I lie? Okay, like seriously, why should I lie? You know, let us test two things and then we'll start appreciating. Honestly speaking, because you guys just, I don't know, I don't want to insult anybody, but the truth is that, you know, honestly speaking, you guys are just, I don't know, you know, just keep saying what you have to say. Like, say what I have to say. That is, of course, your business. You know, I've said my own. I've answered the question that had to be answered. Let it be on record that we said that we are not fighting the IG in any way. Okay, and we are not fighting the IG in any way. We are just here. Okay, we are just here to promote the agenda of the struggle. So irrespective of where you belong, irrespective of what your opinion is, you should be able to have access to press freedom. That is a value that we have vowed, to establish in Ambazonia. So whether you guys is of course, let's have 2 TVs, then probably we're going to start appreciating the job that SCBC has done so far. Some people think that Milan owns SCBC. Of course, if Milan owns SCBC, and so what? Okay, it is serving the people. If people can use their monies, people can create projects that will benefit Amazonia, so what? Then we should encourage it. But I am here to say that SCBC is not owned by Milan. And like I said again, please, if you want to see these documents, contact me. I will drop my number here. My number is 416-570-8836. Okay, get me on WhatsApp. I am going to show you these documents so that you are going to see them and and just keep quiet. Honestly. But to think that we are going to come and put this document on Facebook, then you are joking. It's never going to happen. It is never going to happen. So again, thank you guys. It was a nice time. We've really had a heated debate. All the insult, all those who insulted me, thank you guys for insulting me. I've learned, I've received your feedback. I know that you people are angry, but please, you need to calm down yourself and weigh the stories. Honestly, because if you think that the IG is just right, you know what? A day will come when you will come back to this video. Mark this date. A day will come when you come back to this video and watch it again. I'm serious about what I am saying. Let ABC be launched. Of course, it's a good thing, it's a good thing. So thank you guys so much. It's been a wonderful moment for all the insults and of course all the encouragements. You don't care, but organize donors to SCBC and tell them you don't care. No, listen, when I said I don't care, Chi Emmanuel, it's not like I am disrespecting anybody. No, I don't care means that for those who are insulting me, right? I don't care about the insult. We are focusing on the project. SCBC is not a political party. SCBC is a project. I get something that have to stay on air, that has to keep providing the services that Ambazonians want, that Ambazonians enjoy. So for me to come now and start focusing on the insult, it's just out of play. We are focusing on the project. We are focusing on the project Ambazonia, and that is the focus of the board. So when I say I don't care, just because I don't care about those who are insulting me, that I'm a scooper, I'm a this. If you can prove that Elvis is a scooper, then prove it. No, what we do more often is that the way we argue even these days is so terrible. Honestly, we need to start learning how to argue, because the way we argue, we are just full of insults. Okay, so if it is not this person, whatever this other person is saying is rubbish. No, that's a very wrong mindset. We have to have an open mind. Okay, let us behave like Anglophones. We are not Francophones. Have an open mind. Listen to all parties before you judge anybody. Hear their story. That's what I'm saying. And that is why even in the court of law, no matter how, even if somebody was caught, shooting somebody like live, everything is on record, right? They still take that person to the court of law. They don't just condemn that person just like that. That's the kind of country we want to build, where everybody have their say, where anybody who is accused of anything can stand and defend themselves. But when we come out here and all we want to do is to insult people because we don't agree with them, that is not right. No, honestly, that is first of all, one, that is not gentlemanly, and that is not Anglophone-like. No, that is not our culture. Our culture is to look people in their faces, present the evidence, and and talk. Okay, Mr. Okay, like I said again, okay, like I've said again, the IG has these documents, and if you want to see them as an individual, WhatsApp me and I will schedule a meeting and show you, so that at least you can come out there and be able to defend the board. Okay. 508836. All right. So, uh, yeah. So I've dropped my number. I've dropped my number over there. So I mean, see it there. Milan Lam boys, that's what I'm saying. Mr. Ambazonian, it's fine. You have the right to express yourself, but even in that right, you don't have to insult anybody. You understand what I'm saying? That is not gentlemanly. If you want to argue, come out and argue intellectually. Come out and argue to build. Don't come out and criticize to destroy. That is not the country we want to build. No. Okay? Criticize to improve. Criticize to build, not to destroy. It doesn't work like that. Nobody is perfect. All right? Nobody is perfect. And to make error in leadership or in management is not a crime. What becomes criminal is when we make those errors and we don't want to adjust, or we don't want to, we don't want change. That's where you become a fool. Okay? To make errors is not a crime, because he who make errors is even better than he who did not even try. Okay? So what I'm saying, I've said my own. It's been a wonderful moment. I've left my number here. If you want to see these documents, contact me. I'll schedule a meeting with you and I will show you everything, so that you can be able to go out there also and defend the board and defend SCBC TV. SCBC has come under intense attack, and so it's left for lovers of SCBC and lovers of the truth, those who want the truth, okay, to go out there and defend SCBC. It is your television. That's the first thing you should know. The concept of some few individuals is a total, is a 100% digression from the facts. All right. So if you want to know the truth, contact me. I'm going to show you everything. Anything you want to know, you will know. All right. So again, once more, thank you guys for joining the show. It was a wonderful time. I hope that I had, I had answered. Your talk don't make sense. Disappear. Okay. And you are only crying your salary. Which salary? Like seriously, honestly speaking. Oh God. Oh Jesus Christ, help us. No more $7,000. You see, you see, like Mr. Amber Lion. Like, you see, this is the kind of thing we are talking about here. People just fabricate your lies and you just want to hang on it. If you can show us any invoice that shows that SMC has ever paid a bill for 7,000, then you know what? In fact, we will shut it down. Bring it out. Let us argue intellectually. All right? Stop, Abeg. If you want to talk with the piper and determine the music, simple as that. Yeah, Mr. Frank Smith. I know it's been a tough one with you today. I'm going to follow up with you so we can have a conversation. Why should they contact you if he should come out and say he has not seen the document? Of course, he should come out and claim he has never seen the document, and so we're going to launch an investigation and prove that. Don't know how to lie. Well, even I'm not lying, okay? I was not brought up in lies, okay? So I don't lie. Your master is watching now. Tell him. Oh God. Okay, so whether people like it or not, SCPC is going to stay strong. We are going nowhere. Yeah, so we are going nowhere. It's for individuals. If I buy a share, yep. All right, so okay, guys, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful moment with you all. I appreciate all those who dropped negative comments, all those who insulted the board as being scoopers or as being lamp boys, whatever. We accept that, but please let us learn to be civil. Let us learn to make efforts to investigate matters and, develop our own independent opinions. Let us not just keep listening to what others are saying and just believe it. No, always try to have an individual position. I think that if we do this, then we are going to be able to move very faster towards Buea. So once more, thank you guys so much. Have a blessed weekend, and I love you all. Stay tuned to SCPC. It is your television. You have the right to own it, and you have the right to defend it. And we are not at any kind of war with the IG. All right, we will never fight the IG. We will never fight any group or any grouping or any individual in this revolution. And so, in any way that we have fallen short of your expectations, I want to, on behalf of the board, say that we are sorry. We are but humans, and we are prone to make errors. We are prone to make mistakes. And even when we make those mistakes, it is your place to give us feedback and not to punish us, not to nail us on the cross. All right, because we are all humans and nobody is perfect. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Talk to you guys again next weekend. We'll be coming to answer more questions, as we move forward towards Buea only. Let Buea be our focus. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Bye-bye.